And for our normal reels, we want to have a very, very close look at what happens even immediately after posting, because there's so much data points and so much info that we get even after the first couple of hours, right? And there's the three things you want to look at. Obviously, the comments, like we talked about, the language, the names, what they do, is it interesting, what we talked about, right? But also new followers, right? You want to tap through a couple of fresh follows that came in through the reel and want to see, is this the country that I want to target? Is this the type of ICP, like the dream subscriber avatar that I want to have? And also the insights. You want to look at the audiences, you want to look at the watch time, everything about the reel that tells you if it was successful. And if there's the wrong audience coming in, if it attracts a bunch of Indians, Mexicans, Argentinians, whatever may be a red flag, you can just archive the reel, right? Delete it, put it away, because the more viral it gets, the more it's just going to drag the whole account away. And if you know anything about audiences on IG, it is way harder to fix a fucked up account than to just adjust while it's scaling. And I mean, delete it. Even when the views are climbing, even when it goes viral, it's gonna damage your next 20 videos, so it's not worth it. And if you wanna have a basic rule for that, in the agency, we just have the 20-40 threshold, which means if at least 80% of the comments, the new followers, the audience is objectively a good audience, cool. If under 20% of the video is a good audience, we delete it, there's no discussion. Whatever the views say, whatever you think this video was so good, it took so much effort, below 20% of your dream audience gets deleted. Under 40%, is on the edge. You want to be very, very cautious. And unless this video has a certain reason or it's a bit different, you want to be very, very careful. But a good audience here means English speaking, buying power, right? It doesn't have to be US only. Spain counts, Sweden counts, Scandinavia, all of these countries. But what doesn't count is traffic that doesn't have money. Once we move on from the audience, the next thing we need to look at is the trends we do itself, because trends on Instagram live faster than you might even think. Because once a trend pops up, and I mean this from someone who's run every single trend for the last 6 years that social media ever had, do a trend within the first 24 hours, maybe 48, but otherwise don't do it. And before you jump on the random trend that is currently going viral, that you are in the first 48 hours of, you want to do your due diligence. That means you do an age check. You're trying to figure out how long has this trend been there, right? You click on the sounds, you click on the top videos of the format of the hashtags. You look at the top videos and you look at the posting dates, because after this 48-hour window, after it's like a couple of days old, the good audience has the good audience, the new people that you're trying to reach, they've already seen it a bunch of times, they moved on. So now you're just collecting the leftovers or like the fucked up trends. This is what we're trying to stay away from, because a 5-day-old trend is just gonna have people on there that have already seen it a million times. AKA, you're probably not gonna stand out from the crowd. If I drop a video today that's like how to become a millionaire in 2026, cool. That video has been done a million of times. The only people who are going to watch that have seen it a billion times. What am I going to do different? But if I'm the first one to drop a video like this, showing you this much in-depth information about Instagram Reels, which I can 100% confidently say I am, because this shit works, and I'm going to show you the results of this, then I actually have a chance of this shit blowing and this shit reaching the right audience.